If you really want to make this efficient, I mean, totally hands off, at least that's where I wanted to go with this. You want to get a 24-hour mechanical mini timer or something like that, you can use this brand, really inexpensive on Amazon. And I've timed it to do every 4 hours. Going back to the EcoFlow here, it took a full day to get to basically 67%. However, I must say I did have this pump running for about 2 hours. So we're trying to get acclimated to see exactly what this pump can do. I'm going to buy another one because I really feel like the AC heating unit that I put in here is going to draw too much power. I could be wrong, but we'll see. In the meantime, I just want to show you what I did on this side of the wall. I took another 2.5 PVC pipe. It was a good productive day. Probably going to go at least maybe one more down if I can fit it, because of course you see you have these buckets here, so I just want to have enough room. But I ordered the PVC fittings, which would be the 1/2-inch elbows, a 1/2-inch cutoff valves, and 1/2-inch PVC piping. That should be in tomorrow. I'll finish this, put another pump down with another reservoir, so it's on a separate unit. I'll probably run an extension cord. I'm going to show you where I'm running that now, and run extension cord right to the power unit. And I should have 2 of these going on by tomorrow. It's been a productive day here at the Garden of Eden. We have now, as you can see, I have put up the sidewall. You got to know what side the sun and what crops can take close to the sun. Tomato plants are pretty good at getting beamed with some heat. So I'm leaving all the tomato plants, probably the cherry tomatoes, the small cherry tomatoes, because what you'll find is they kind of bush out. They don't really grow up. They bush down, they drape down. So this will be a perfect area for that. As you can see, and I'll give you some B-roll in a minute, the pump is the reservoir's down here. Okay, folks, we're almost done with the electric portion of this episode. So here's the pump. Same thing as the other one, so we don't have to go through everything, but I am going to tack it in some different places here, because it's really important to keep the wiring nice and tight, because we got a lot of stuff that's going to be happening in this place, and we're using every bit of space whatsoever. Okay. What we're going to do is tack this tight, going all the way up. That I showed you before, we have that power strip, and I'm going to make sure that I have power on both sides. And we should have enough power on the one EcoFlow. However, we may have to increase it to 2. We're going to have a lot of things going on here, including heating and air conditioning, which is going to be at a good climate. We don't want the climate here to get below 65 degrees. Okay, that's kind of ideal for growing, and the heat is going to fluctuate a lot. So, you know, we have a unit coming in that I ordered that I think it's going to be pretty good. It wasn't cheap. I mean, it was $1,000, but it was the best one I thought was on the market. When that comes in, we'll have the heating and everything else here perfect. So, and we'll have our extension cord. We got one in there. And I ordered these extension cords on Amazon. They were really inexpensive. They were under $10. They're black. It's what I kind of wanted, and we're gonna go all the way to the top then. Put some more tacks we got here. And you just got to map out exactly where you want this to go. You want to try to stay away from any running water that can come in contact with the electric. These things have a tendency. But I think we'll get the ladder, we'll go up. And then we have the timer here. Or the timer. And this timer is going to go on every 4 hours. Every 4 hours I'm going to have this system, which is here. And the only reason why you don't see tomatoes in here right now is because it is like 38 degrees outside. Upstate New York tends to, you know, when it's just about springtime, it goes from really cold to really hot, bounces back and forth. Sure, it's like that everywhere, but it's a pain in the neck for growing stuff here. Definitely not above the door, right? And this avoids like anybody pulling in or anything like that. You can do a quick twirl, right? So you want it to be really, we don't want anything, we forget about this crap, we don't need that in it. Now we can go directly into here. Which is going to start the pump, okay? Right over here. Now I could go right into this, but this means that this is going to continuously run, which I don't want to do. And I still have to adjust the water flow and everything else. So I'm going to cut this off for now. And I'm going to put the timer on because, like I said, I want it to go every 4 hours or so because I think that'll be good for this system. We're going to play around with it, and I'll show you what it looks like after I got the timer on here. All right, so these timers are good. If you get the dual pack on Amazon, it's under like 12 bucks. You can't beat it. I mean, they're pretty good. They're pretty reliable so far. So we have the last hurrah here. We're going to plug in. We're going to go right into this unit. Power strip. So that's in. That's the power strip is on. So that means every 4 hours, this is going to go on. And this will pump this system. So real easy system for just kind of bringing some electric over from one side or the other, you know, over to the EcoFlow, which I think we're just going to get away with one, hopefully. But let me show you how this looks without my face in it. Okay, so we're going to start with the EcoFlow. And this is the cord that we have that is tacked overhead. Nice and neat. Everything's neat. Going into this power strip. And I think I'm only going to have 3 other things in this power strip here. And this powers this pump. Remember I mentioned everything being on a separate, every reservoir on a separate pump. And this is going to pump this system.